Hey, Adam, your success this year has just been phenomenal. I mean, what's the key?
The key is just mainly to be smooth, to try and land all your tricks smooth. And, as stupid as it sounds, hit the down ramp every time, but that seems to be a lot of guys' problem. So you just got to come out here and do big tricks and be smooth about it.
Jimmy McGuire, man, the crowd was electrified. You're one of the few guys that pulls the front end of the bike to the no-handed landers, back end of the bike, no-handed landers. You're not afraid, are you?
Yeah, I don't know what I am. I just went out and had fun, tried to put a smile on your face. That's what I'm here for. So what up?
Drake, a lot of people think that you're just a rock star, but there's so much stuff involved with all the traveling. Is there one thing that you just don't like about flying here, flying there, rental cars?
I don't like flying peasant class in the human germ tube because, your fourth flight across the country, you get sick, and then you have to put up with the anthrax virus for the next, 3 weekends. That's my favorite part right there.
Jesse, looking good out there, but you always save something for that final. When you make it in there, you're not afraid to bust it big. Are we going to see something big from Jesse Olsen tonight?
Oh, there's always something big coming from Jesse Olsen. The crowd gets loud, Crowd gets loud, gets me going. All the big tricks come out for you guys. It's all for you. Show's for you. Just keep cheering.
For sure, Britney Spears outfit. I touched it, and haven't washed my hands since. I don't think I'm gonna. That was the coolest part, just seeing all the costumes, especially Britney. She's my girl.
Seen the world's best freestylers flying through the air like Superman, doing the most wicked tricks that defy gravity all year long. Now it's time for one last peek at the reckless tricks that have made these freestyle superstars legendary. Relive the greatest moments from the past season when the freestyle motocross superstars put it all on the line for you, the fans.
Let's get running!
Welcome, everyone, to the MX Hour. I'm Robbie Floyd with Denny Stevenson. We're just outside of Denver, Colorado at Copper Mountain Resort. The final stop of the National Arena Cross Series was last night. We're here for the awards banquet, and you will see the best of the Arena Cross Series next week. But tonight, it's all about IFMA Freestyle Motocross. The best of the year had to offer, and the MX Hour had the best riders. IFMA, everybody stepped up for 2003.
Man, we had a great season. We toured all over the United States in front of sold-out crowds. Guys like Dustin Miller, Drake McElroy, Kenny Barcham, man, they just tore the season up.
All the big names were there, and it started at Phoenix, Arizona, where history was made.
The first stop on the MX Hour was Phoenix, Arizona, and boy, it got started off in a big way. This is a hotbed of freestyle motocross. The Disler brothers are from here. Nate Adams, a lot of freestyle motocross riders.
A chance for these guys to all show their stuff in front of the hometown crowd. Nothing like playing to the family and friends.
Yes, Ren Dog. Ronnie Renner was first up. He qualified number 2. But boy, he did not finish that way, and here's how it went down.
There's a little look back switchblade variation as well, showing you all the varieties. Judges like to see different stuff. They don't want to see the same old double grab, heart attack, look back.
He's doing it all right now. Giving this last jump as time expires. A huge shell in. Wow. I don't know. He might be taking that hot seat away from Jesse Olsen, Robbie.
Yeah, showing you his flatland routine as well. Now, the crowd loves this guy. Look at him. He can hop, dig, he breaks out there. He does it all. All right, Denny, let's look at this again.
We're back in super slow-mo. An incredible rock solid. Completely away from the bike. Let's go of everything. It's moves like this, and I think he's going to jump back in that hot seat. Here he goes. A no-legged knack, bike completely sideways, fully extended. You know how hard that is to bring the bike back underneath you?
I know. That's why I'm not doing it.
Well, we're sitting right here, Robbie.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, with a score of 92.5, we have got a new hot seat winner. Ronnie Renner, get up on in there. Jesse, let's hear another big round for Jesse Olsen, too, another great competitor here tonight.
So Jesse Olsen's 91.7 did not hold out. Ronnie Renner takes that hot seat.
Next up was Dustin Miller. Dustin was the #1 qualifier. It'd be interesting to see if he could knock that Renner off the hot seat.
93.5 was his score. That is enough to do it if he can keep it up. But he had a good run going until things went all kinds of wrong for him, didn't he?
He just overjumped just a little bit up into the tough blocks. And in freestyle motocross, you cannot make a mistake like that.
No, you can't. So that means Dustin Miller did not have a chance to take the win. And the first time ever, Ronnie Renner wins an IFMA event.
Ronnie, it's been a long time coming, my man. You finally put one in the record books with your name on it. How ecstatic are you right now? How ecstatic are you right now?
Oh, I'm so pumped. I still can't believe it, really. It's my first contest I ever won. Decided to step up, and dude, I'm so pumped. You guys are loud as all hell. What up, Arizona?
So write it down in the record books. Ronnie Renner takes his first IFMA win in Phoenix, Arizona. But Denny, we've got a lot more of the IFMA series to come.
Ronnie Renner's a pure showman, as we saw him bust a big cannonball. But that's not it. We've got plenty of highlights. More from Sun City. Come right back.
Welcome back to Phoenix, Arizona. IFMA Freestyle Motocross presented by XM Satellite Radio. It's the best of show. Of course, we have 2 nights of competition. We saw Ronnie Renner win the first one, and this tour goes all across the country. Clear Channel puts it on, but the best cities, the best riders, it's a great show.
Now, it's a great opportunity for all kinds of freestyle guys to hit the best venues in some of the greatest cities in the United States. Phoenix, Louisville, Salt Lake City, Denver, you name it, man. These guys have been there.
All right, we said Arizona, hotbed of freestyle motocross, and Phoenix, Tempe, all around the whole state. I don't know what it is. Must be in the water or the lack thereof. The big disc, John Disler, he's going to be a big favorite here in Arizona, as well as his brother, Little Disc, Nate Adams, the rest of the crew. And we caught up with John and asked him, what is Hessian aggression?
Basically, the Hessian aggression started with me, Robert, Nate Adams, and Jeff Detzer, just traveling the country, doing the events, and just noticing all the older men, 35, 40 years old, that still stuck in the 80s, running the mullets, the cut-off shirts, cut-off jean shorts, and listening to Megadeth and Metallica every single day of their lives since they were like 10 years old or whatever. And when we just see those people, they're always pissed off for some reason. We can't quite figure it out, but they always have a mean look on their face. So we just started calling them the Hessian aggression. And like, we go, look at that Hessian aggression over there, and we get a good laugh at them. And one day we decided to make shirts to make fun of them because we're going to a really podunk town somewhere, and the fans loved it, and they started asking around for it, so decided to turn it into a company.
Everyone loves the mullet, Denny Stevenson. Well, Drake McElroy, he was the #2 qualifier behind Ronnie Renner, but he had a great run in the final.
Drake is one of my favorite riders on tour. One of the smoothest riders going around, and look at some of these tricks. Robbie Floyd, this man was on fire.
He extends it all the way out. There's no doubt about it. And after the event, he talked to Lurch.
T-Mac, you did what you had to do. You knocked Dustin Miller off. You're sitting here at the end of the night just where you wanted to be.
Yeah, this is actually one of the toughest contests we've rode all year. Everybody rode so good. I'm pumped to be here riding with all my friends. And I appreciate Phoenix for loving me when I was out there, and everyone else here tonight.
So no one can step up quite like Drake McElroy could. Now we have other riders maybe you haven't heard of. Darren Bonnet, Adam Jones, some not so big names who can throw some really big tricks.
They weren't big names when the season began, but by the time we got done, these guys were all stars.
Louisville, Kentucky was our next stop, and it got off in a big way. A venue that's known for basketball here in Freedom Hall, but it was all freestyle.
You see Jake Whittam on that Suzuki looking solid, but look at this crazy crowd in Louisville.
Yeah, they do look a little nuts out there. Well, our first round in Phoenix, the local boy Nate Adams didn't perform as well as he wanted to, but he showed up in Louisville, Kentucky. Man, he had a great ride. It was so good, it actually turned out to be the #1 ride of the night.
Look at that. Very good form on the stripper.
I haven't seen a stripper all night.
There was one right there, Debo. Almost through this run, about 20 seconds left. I like the way. Look at that. Perfect.
I put
Let
lazy
the
boys
front end
front
drop.
it down, totally parallel with the landing. That's the technical stuff the judges need to keep an eye on.
Little intricacies that really make the judges, perk up and say, man, that was nice. One more trick. Look back, heart attack. He lands that was smooth as well.
A huge run.
I liked it.
That was a great run by Nate Adams. Really happy to see that.
That was good. Take a look at this. McMets to no-handed lander. Just doesn't get any better than that.
See a little shimmy.
Well, this is the best of show. Let's show you one of our better riders out there. Bo Bamberg with Sterilizer 2.
I just can't get it loaded into the wall. Big Bo knocks it down for this crowd.
Well, Drake McElroy, we saw how well he did at Phoenix that second night. Here in Louisville, he had the game, just not quite enough of it. And this guy, first time to really see him, near 100%, was hurt at the X game. He came back, but just not quite enough to knock off the young gun, Nate Adams. He takes another win in his IFMA career. That Target Butterfinger Honda was on here in Louisville. That was the first night. Of course, 2 nights of competition. This crowd, they get a chance to check out some product, get the T-shirts, check out Meet the Riders, maybe get some autographs, Denny.
Yeah, it's a perfect opportunity. IFMA cleared channel. You got the pit party. People can come down, get autographs, get a little personal attention with these riders.
And you can meet the cowboy himself. We said he was hurt at the X Games, near 100%. He was definitely on for night #2, the second night of IFMA competition.
So much control like that running man, nothing can. You have to know exactly what that bike is going to do at every single second.
Kenny's uncle, Guy Cooper, is known as a huge showman in Supercross with big whips. I think Kenny Bartram has shown up his uncle. He is definitely the #1 showman in that family.
Rodeo air followed by a lazy boy. I mean, he exemplifies smooth and confident. He has the entire package. Look at that. Double grab heart attack. I mean, he just, like he's walking. I mean, I can't even pat my head, rub my stomach, whatever those guys are. He's stepping off nag-nags like that. Drake McElroy knows. Kenny's about to knock him off if he keeps this run going.
And that was a huge trick back to the bike. Was completely whipped, a huge knack. I love watching Kenny Bartram right now. He's winning me over every time I see him on a bike.
Miracle whip, and you know what? He's probably going to get in one more trick than everyone else. Cuts the corner short, and that is exactly the case. He was committed on that ramp. Rock solid.
Man, that was a huge rock solid into with a nose wheel. His legs were floating up over the top of his head.
Like a heart attack. I mean, that is confidence.
The judges got to love that run right there.
Kenny, you've been riding hurt lately, but you came here right now and just popped off the big win you need to get back on course.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, this is definitely a confidence builder, and I think I'm back. I feel pretty good. The ankle's feeling great. Definitely thank you, fans, for coming out. Give a special thanks to S&S Power Sports for the hookup on the gas can, and thank you guys for coming out. Come back next year.
So Cowboy Kenny puts his KTM on that victory podium, another IFMA win, and that was going to be it for this round, but we still have more from Salt Lake City and many more cities still to come. The IFA Freestyle Motocross in the MX Hour. Welcome back to the MX Hour, another episode of All Access, the best of IFMA Freestyle Motocross from right here in the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. We saw Kenny Bartram finish in that number 1 position. It seems like every city we go to, Kenny finishes in that number 1 position.
I've been riding IFMA competition since 1998, and in 2000 I won the spring portion of it, and never got any kind of recognition because it's a year-long series, so I wasn't ever crowned champion, and that's just something I've always wanted since then. And I also have a kind of a career goal is to win every series out there. And so IFMA, Advanced Triple Crown, and all that is part of it. So last year I did set a goal to win the IFMA series. Stuck with it. I committed myself to the series and ended up winning. So I'm super happy with the year, and just the whole year of 2002 was a phenomenal year for me.
Yeah, I'd be pretty happy. How about you, Denny Stevens? In Advanced Triple Crown, he almost won every single bit. There were 6 nights of competition. He won 5 coming into that last round. Only Ronnie Renner and Drake McElroy could knock him off.
And there's the man right now, Hoocho Daddy Ronnie Renner. Oh, look at him. He's just drained from such an event.
Renner sits in the hot seat, but Kenny Bartram, the number 1 qualifier, remains, and he won the last round. Here's how it went down. There's that super neck. Holds on to the airbox, brings the legs around. A good run going so far, Devo. I don't see any mistakes. Cliffhanger base jumped that thing, but he checked the bars. He grabbed them. But again, that just gives him more time to do another one. Look at that.
Seat bounces that ramp.
Yeah, does like a stale fish tabletop right there. Reaches around, grabs that back fender. Rodeo to rodeo lander that time.
I like that trick. That's a cool trick. I remember when Pastrana busts that out. And it's appropriate for Cowboy Kenny.
Yes, it is. One more big jump to go. Rock solid. Oh, yeah, baby. Heart attack style. Oh, man, that extension was all that.
I want to thank Ronnie Renner for warming up the hot seat.
Ronnie Renner, an impressive 91.9 is the score to beat. Kenny Bartram, 93.5! Ladies and gentlemen, the Cowboy reigns supreme. Kenny, come on up here. Renner, great ride by Ronnie Renner. You got to be impressed by the way these guys are stepping it up in the Y2K3.
Yeah, Y2K3. Yeah, everybody is really stepping it up. Matt Biden, Renner, Miller, everybody's coming out with new tricks. Just really riding good.
Is there anything that we're going to see? Do you have like maybe a top secret trick we're going to see later on in the year?
There's a couple top secret tricks, but I'm not revealing them to you.
I wouldn't tell anybody, like everyone in TV land. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get one more big round of applause with a presentation of our trophy, Mr. Kenny the Cowboy Bartram.
Hey, Kenny, can you bring me the broom? Because Kenny Bartram just swept this place. Salt Lake City is over with, and he took both wins. And when we come back, we'll be in Denver, Colorado. Another stop at the IFA Freestyle Motocross Tour, and some names maybe you haven't heard of, including Darren Conant and Chris Dennison. Welcome back to the Best Of Show. IFA Freestyle Motocross presented by XM Satellite Radio. Now we're in Denver, Colorado. And as you can see, some of the young kids, Miles Richmond and Adam Jones, having a little too much fun back in the pits.
These guys are laid back. It's freestyle motocross at its finest. And hey, Denver, what a perfect place to be. This crowd is always on top of it, on their feet, as you can see. And Kicking it off, local boy, Chris Dennison.
Yeah, he's from Sedalia, Colorado, an Answer Pro taper machine, and a lot of young guns did well here. Andy Jones, another one, nice switchblade. Look back, and you know, this isn't a sport just for all the veterans. You got to throw in some new names as well. Jimmy McGuire, he fits right in the middle. He's been around for a while, but he still has a lot of flash, a lot of style, as well as Hollywood, Jesse Olsen. Jesse
always coming to the top of his game, and as we saw earlier, he likes to throw that wadlander.
Well, Adam Jones finished 2002 with a win. He started back in 2003 with another one here in Denver, Colorado. He was on his game, and here's how Denny and I called it.
Robbie Floyd, what an incredible run right now. Adam Jones is on fire.
Nice cliffhanger right there. Goes vertical with the legs, tries to get the same angle that those front forks are. Tsunami rolling up that look back. Oh, man, big time.
Full extension. Wow, that's what the judges want to see. The bike dropping, the legs clear over the top of his head.
Oh, knocks his foot off right there with that heart attack with a little Indian air. Knock that right foot off, and you dab a foot, you're going to be hurting for certain.
And hurting for certain, he had some problems here last year in Denver, if I recall.
Yeah, I did. He broke the lower portion of his leg. I can't remember his tib fib or just a tib or just a fib, but he broke his leg nonetheless. Stepped off the bike in the middle of the air, about a 25-foot drop down to the ground. But in 2003, he has things dialed in and looks good here at the Pepsi Center.
He has been on fire. Look at this Shaolin bar hop starfish just bouncing his butt off the front fender. What an incredible run right now by Adam Jones.
That's about as big a trick as you will see with that starfish. Saran, no problema, Mr. Adam Jones. And the horn sounded in a great run, and that has to be the best run of the night. I'm going to call it right now, Denny.
Well, Robbie Floyd, you must have seen the genie in the bottle that night because Adam Jones was in the hot seat. But he had one guy left, Bo Bamberg, with a chance to try and knock him off.
Well, I said he had the best run of the night. I called it right then, but it wasn't for effort. This guy had a good run going, Bo Bamberg, but see that back tire? See it squatting a little bit? Had a flat tire, and you know you don't get great traction when you have a flat tire, did he?
Bo had a solid run going all night long, but he's got kind of a buffet of mechanical malfunctions. He's got the flat tire going. You see him case right here. You can hear the bike. The pipe pulls out of the head. I don't know. He just can't get it done when the bike's not running.
Yeah, no power. He come up short, knocked the pipe out of that head of the cylinder of the motorcycle, and his night was done. But Adam Jones takes a win.
Yeah, you know, I definitely got to thank Bo Bamberg this weekend because, you know, if he had stuck those last two tricks, I'm pretty sure there would have been no hope for me, you know, but tomorrow's another day, and we'll all get to come out here and bust our tricks even bigger.
Time to celebrate. Grab your trophy. It is Mr. Adam Jones here in Denver.
And the wins just keep piling on for Adam Jones. This kid wants the IFMA championship this year.
2003 champion, Adam Jones. That's what he wants the trophy to read, and that man looks like he's really focused for that 2003 title. But there are other riders that want that thing as well, including Jesse Olsen. You see the serious look on his face, as well as Bo Bamberg. He has all the big tricks, but will it be enough to knock off Adam Jones? We'll find out. More from Denver when we come back. Welcome back to Denver, Colorado. IFMA Freestyle Motocross Year in Review Special. Brought to you by MC Satellite Radio. Pit party, always fun. Nate the Destroyer Adams, he qualified number 5, but man, he had a great main event run. And this is how we called it. But he still has a lot more time to show everything that he has. And there's a double grab heart attack. Perfect form. If you take a picture, put it in a dictionary, that's what a double grab heart attack is supposed to look like. Cliffhanger right there. I mean, he has a very solid run going.
Mixing up a lot of variety going right now. Representing strong on the DC Target Honda right now.
I like how he looks over, you know, a little different, just trying to punctuate, laying back that lazy boy. He looks a lot like Travis, doesn't he?
Did you see how slow, meticulous that was? He kicked the legs out nice, threw the arms way back over his head. Perfectly executed lazy boy.
In there that time as well. Hard to tell if it was Superman or heart attack style. That was definitely heart attack look back. Yeah, he's on today. I mean, totally different from the last round. And, you know, get to practice early, throw out some dead bodies in practice like that right there. And he has this run dialed, but still about 15 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we've mentioned in the last show that he has been doing the backflip. He's the only guy in all these riders that are able to do the backflip, but I think it's been preoccupying his time. I think he's been way too focused on that. But I think he got a little bit of rest of night before this race, or this competition, and he's looking straight solid.
Yeah, just doing that one trick's not going to win an IFMA competition. You don't want to be a one-trick pony, and he pulled out all the tricks in this Denver round tonight. And boy, yeah, he's happy with that run, and I'm happy for him because, he stuck everything. I didn't see one mistake, really.
All in one breath. The score to beat from Adam Jones, a 92.4. Nate Adams, a 92.6. We got ourselves a new leader.
Well, he sat in that hot seat, but would he stay there? Because Bo Bamberg, remember the last round, he qualified well, had mechanical problems. Well, he qualified real well here tonight, but could he stay there? That was going to be the question. He still had his run to go, and here's how he called it. He picked up some new sponsors from 2003, and he's picked up his game plan. He is going big. No foot and neck.
Oh, man.
Slide. Golly, he just couldn't get it straight, huh?
He was looking indecisive from the time he took off from the ramp. He had that bike sideways. For minutes, I thought he was going to just pitch the bike away in the air.
Now, do not do that. You're 30-some-odd feet. The crowd loves it, though, huh? They know he's safe, but look at this. No foot and neck, little Superman style, but he can't get it straight. Look at that. Look how sideways he lands. He lands and his left toe sticks in the dirt.
That could have been much worse. He came out, I think, with just a low slide. That was crazy. That was crazy right there.
That's why you wear all the sand.
Wow.
Whoa, speaking of crazy.
Upside down. Ricky Carmichael, Kevin Windham, who?
You ain't got nothing on Bo Bamberg tonight, I'll tell you that.
That whip was unbelievable. He was upside down.
RCMC, I don't care what your name is. That is as big as it gets. Look at this. There's parallel. There's beyond inverted right there, Denny.
Wow. That's the best whip I think I've ever seen.
He might be inverted and over-rotated as well. I mean, Bubba Stewart, anybody, I don't think you can do it any better than that, and Bo Bamberg's with Lurch now. Oh, man.
Bo finally able to quit the 9-to-5 job to do freestyle motocross full-time. Man, you need to get to the doctor because you are one sick man.
Yeah, what do you guys think about that whip? Was that big enough for you guys? I just want to thank everyone for coming out. It's all about putting on a good show for you guys. You guys were super loud. This is the most packed house we've ever had.
Bo, I got a question about that whip. What goes through your mind when you're out there, you're just whipping it? Is there a point that you say, oh, it's gone too far? Just talk us through the whip because a lot of us have never, ever done one.
Yeah, I don't know. That one was pretty big. I wasn't sure if I was going to come back. Right about there on the screen, I was kind of sweating it, as you can kind of see by the landing. It's kind of probably the biggest whip I've ever done, and I'm just glad I could do it in front of these great Denver fans.
Denny, that has to be the biggest whip I have ever seen. Unbelievable.
That was huge. It was pretty cool of Bo Bamberg to go down and just finish his run with such a solid whip. That was incredible.
Well, Nate Adams, he come out the champion here in Denver, and you know what? We still have plenty more IFMA freestyle motocross to go. Will it be Nate Adams? Will it be Adam Jones, Mike Jones? We've got a lot more freestyle coming your way. Next stop was Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, when we come back. Welcome back to the best of IFMA Freestyle Motocross, presented by XM Satellite Radio. Well, we made the trek to Mellon Arena, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The next stop, and it was hometown to Mike Jones, Adam Jones, and who would step up, Nebo?
Well, it was a chance for the kids to show what they've got in front of their family and friends. The guys out west had a chance. Now it's time to head east, and look at Adam Jones. The kid was fired up this weekend.
Yeah, it was a 3-event weekend, Friday, Saturday day, and then Saturday night. On Friday night, he had this crowd rocking, and you know that adrenaline had to be flowing out there. You had to be a little bit nervous, and here's how we called it.
You know, I know some of the older guys like Deegan and Jones, you know, they get hurt, they get banged up. Adam Jones is fresh.
Oh, man, look back. Tsunami rolling it up. Man, hometown crowd, he's loving it. Debo, have you ever been able to race in front of your hometown crowd? I know you wanted to, but have you ever?
I've never really had the opportunity to, and this is a huge opportunity to make the best thing, to show your boys that they want to know, what do you do, man? You ride a bike, what's this all about? Adam Jones is showing them right now.
Bust them in here tonight. You know, a lot of Pennsylvania pride on the line right now for this guy. I mean, he has been on fire in 2003. He's another one of those guys that downshifts into first gear, grabs second nice and smooth, double grab like scorpion style, heart attack. Man, he has a good run. You can hear Lurch in the background just going crazy, showing you that starfish. One more trick. Did he call it? What do you think it's going to be? It's got to be big.
It's going to be a saran wrap, right like that.
Saran.
Double saran.
Man, you're no fun. You won't give me any guesses.
This kid's got so many tricks in his bag. How can you expect me to pick just one?
I don't know. All the mullets in the house say yeah. And they did say yeah, Devo. And Adam Jones sat at hot seat. He qualified number 6. Not the best spot to be in because there's a lot of riders still to come.
That means when you get in that hot seat early, you got a lot of guys to sit and watch, can make for a long, nervous time. And look at him. He's feeling the effects right now. Chris Innocent came up. You saw what he did. He couldn't knock him off. Just didn't have it that night.
But Jesse Olsen, he qualified number 1, and he still had his run to go, and this crowd was behind him. Had a good run going. Jesse has kind of a carefree style, carefree attitude, and it shows in his riding style. We got to talk with him earlier and ask him about what are some of his best tricks.
My best tricks are my Wildlander variations. Like the big one is the O-Striker. It's a stale fish saran wrap into a disco, and then I land wad. And then I got like the seat grab Indian there to Wadlander and the super can to Wadlander. So I got seat grab tricks. I got big combination tricks, triple no-fitted cans to Wadlanders, disco running man to Wadlanders. Those are my biggest tricks. All the ones landing in wad.
About 30 seconds left to go in his run, Devo. He's got a great run going, and all eyes are on Jesse Olsen right now.
He's the #1 qualifier, and he wants to knock Adam Jones out of the hot seat. Adam's the local boy, and it's all about Jesse Olsen right now.
Super can, little Indian air right there as well. He's getting near the end of his run. He needs that punctuation. He needs to end in a very big way. Big whip throwing it around.
Big whip. Jesse likes to throw that bike sideways and upside down. We're coming around by his last trick right here. What's he got?
Heel clicker to Wadlander. That's what he needed right there. Listen to him. They're eating it up.
Man, this crowd is going crazy. Lurch in the background's going nuts. He's feeling it right now. Will it be enough?
Yeah, Lurchy like Wingy. He's screaming his head off down there. He knows that's a good run, but will it be enough to knock off Adam Jones? And he is happy with that run. I mean, he did everything he wanted to. I didn't see him miss trick. That may be the run of his life right there. I mean, everything was done his way on his terms, but I don't know. Will it be enough?
The score to beat Jesse Olsen is a 92.7, a 92.6, 1/10 of a point. Another round of applause for Mr. Jesse Olsen. Adam, I want to talk to you just for a second. Hometown last year in a wheelchair, broke his hip fib, and now you come home with a win. How ecstatic are you right now?
I was pretty happy until I just got booed. That kind of makes it feel pretty bad.
You didn't get booed. You know, they're not booing them.
I'm being booed right now. Come on, everybody, boo me!
You are from Warrendale, Pennsylvania. Maybe they're holding a neighborly grudge.
I don't know, something like that. I did something wrong.
One more time for all our riders here tonight. Why don't you collect your trophy, hold it up high above your head. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Jones!
Oh my God, that's just stupid. This is my house, Warrendale, Pennsylvania. I grew up most of my life here. You check it out.
In this edition of MX Exposed, Adam Jones brings us around his hometown of Warrendale, PA.
Cody, let me see your skateboard. Do a double neck! Oh my God, that's just stupid. Oh, dude. This is my house, Warrendale, Pennsylvania. I grew up most of my life here. You check it out. This is all my dad's race cars. He's raced these for, I think, 30 years, he said, so it's been around a while. Like I see what my new package is. All these trophies are just from racing, and from 80s up to 125A. And I don't know, just spent every weekend at the track, riding, doing whatever, always practicing, and that's about all I got to show for it. It's a living room here. My dad's entertainment system stuff. He's always rocking out to AC/DC and Bryan Adams. Both, you know, two of my favorite bands in the world. Probably not, but yeah, this is where they always come in and relax at night. Usually just sit on the computer. But yeah, it's just waiting room. Kind of grew up in this house and it's all comfortable here. So it's cool though. Just in case anybody was wondering, I am a high school graduate. That's my diploma. I think I just broke it. No, it's fixed. Diploma. North Allegheny graduate.
Basically, I can see this being fast out. You know, like
The fast walk. This is the fast walk. All right. We gotta have the fast walk because this is like cribs. See you guys later. Thanks for coming. I gotta get back to Bryan Adams.
Oh, you gotta love the Bryan Adams. All right, we're in Pittsburgh. 3 shows this weekend. Now it's the matinee. This crowd, they get a lot of opportunities to see their favorite freestyle motocross riders.
They obviously love freestyle motocross. It's pretty rare. You get three different events in one weekend. This is a rare treat for this crowd.
All right, Jesse Olsen, he was one of our top qualifiers. Qualified number 3 spot. He was disappointed after that Friday night loss. He thought he should have won the event.
These top 3 qualifiers this afternoon are all going for their very first IFMA victory. I don't know, who's it going to be?
92.2, a good score. Miles Richmond looking for his first win. Lazy boy, this kid out of California, he has what it takes. I mean, he's young, he's what, 18 years old? A little bubble right there. That might have cost him a 90.8.
Last up, Andy Jones, the Backstreet Boy.
He was your number 1 qualifier with a 91.9. Right now he's trying to knock off Jesse Olsen. And what a great run he had, finishing with the sterilizer. Hard landing. The crowd loved it. Andy loved it. And you know what? That is one happy boy from Oklahoma.
And Lurchie, he had the good news.
The score to beat from Jesse Olsen was a 92.2. Andy Jones, a 92.3. First time ever. Ladies and gentlemen, your witness to the first win in IFMA competition from the kid from Elk City, Oklahoma, Andy Jones!
Andy marches off with a Saturday matinee victory, but Jesse Olsen, the guy, he needs to get a win, and he sits in the hot seat with 1 rider left.
Yes, he does. Got kicked out by 1/10 of a point in the past 2 rounds, but it's Saturday night. He's in that spot. Adam Jones still remains. He missed the matinee show. He got hurt in practice, but he's back for this final, and this is how we called it.
Follows it up with a huge cliffhanger, hooks his feet up underneath the bars, legs straight, arms up into a big old cross. And there, we saw that at the beginning of the show today, didn't we, right there?
Yeah, the kiss of death look back. He does, I think, better than anyone in the business. Another look back variation, the heart attack Indian air look back. So he has that variety there, everything going well. Even though he has those orange fenders and all. Didn't you have to race with those orange things on your tough Kawasaki back in, what, last year?
Just last year, yeah, but I've shunned that, and I'm in the booth with you now.
That's right. All right, Adam Jones almost done with his run. Double grab, heart attack.
Boy, this kid doesn't look like he crashed today at all. He has put in a perfect run yet again. What you've seen, look at that, a huge shell in, almost a starfish, touching the butt on the front fender. That's something you're just not supposed to do as a motocrosser. Freestyle motocross kids are crazy.
Conventionally, it's wrong, but he's making it look oh so right out there tonight. Nothing can Shaolin. Flip him over, Debo. He is done. He killed it.
Stick a fork in him, Robbie. Another perfect run by Adam Jones. Will it be enough? I don't know. We'll see in a little bit.
Paying off awesome. I love being here. I love riding for all you people. I love how loud you are. I just can't say enough on how awesome all the fans here are in Pittsburgh. And I'll see you next year. Who wants these goggles?
A great turnaround from last year. Remember, broke that tib fib. Now he's coming back on a win streak. He took 2 out of 3 here in Pittsburgh. Next stop, Cleveland, Ohio, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on Lake Erie, and some of our riders got to check it out.
Get the Britney Spears calendar. The 2003. Put it up in my room.
IFMA Freestyle Motocross presented by XM Satellite Radio. Now we move to Gund Arena, Cleveland, Ohio, the home of LeBron James, played host to Freestyle Motocross. 2 nights of competition here in Cleveland. Adam Jones, he was on top with a 93.4, but could he stay there? Drake McElroy still had his run to go.
Drake was our number 2 qualifier here Friday night in Cleveland, and he wants that hot seat more than anybody else.
He won on our second television show from Phoenix, Arizona. He's trying to make it his second television victory here. Lurchie was the bearer of good tidings, Drake McElroy.
The score to beat from Adam Jones, a 93.4, Drake McElroy, and 93.6. Come on over, Drake, sitting in the hot seat. Only one rider left. He was the number 1 qualifier of our Andrew Cycle round. He's from Elk City, Oklahoma. On the shift, Andy Jones, 19.com Honda. It's Backstreet, Andy Jones!
Well, Denny, it's always good to be that number 1 qualifier. You can, do the run you want to do. You know what you have to beat, but all the pressure's on you as well.
Definitely, all the pressure's on you, but you do know what you got to do, and he's got to go big if he expects to knock Drake McElroy off this thing.
Remember, he won at Pittsburgh. It's got to inspire confidence.
Yeah, Pittsburgh was a really big confidence booster for me. Ended up getting my first win there, and it, like you say, it really did boost my confidence up a lot. Whenever you got that, in your head that, you know what, I've won one of these before, I can do it again tonight, it helps out a lot in your run, just because, you got the ability to do it, because with all the competition that's out there right now, it takes all of the confidence that you have in order to win one of these things. If you don't have confidence in yourself, you don't have nothing. You got to believe in yourself. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Well, I believe Andy Jones. He had a good run, did he? Much like his run in Pittsburgh, but, Drake McElroy might have had just a little bit better of one.
And he had some great tricks, great extension, but it just didn't turn out to be enough. He finishes off his run with a big old 6 sterilizer, but a score of a 92.1 just isn't enough, and Drake McElroy is the man on top.
So Andy Jones finishes in that number 6 spot, and all the kisses go to Drake McElroy. Let's take a look as KTM brings us our MX Hour champions. Kenny Bartram, Adam Jones tied with 3 MX Hour victories. But look at that, McElroy, Adams knocking on the door with 2 apiece. And this night might decide it here in Cleveland.
Saturday night in Cleveland, there's Nate Adams with a 93. He's the man on the hot seat. He's looking for win number 3. But there's one guy looking to stop him. Drake McElroy's got his run left, and he's been the guy on fire all weekend long in Cleveland.
Nate Adams sits on the hot seat, but the last rider to go, DMC, Drake McElroy. He bested him in qualifying by 0.2 of a point. We'll see if he did it here in the finals. This way, Denny Stevenson and I called it in the main event, and McElroy had a great run, but was it enough? We'll check it out.
There's a heart attack. I looked like he was trying to twist the feet a little bit, the little Indian air out there. I think he called it just a moment ago, how he's breaking the tricks down.
Wow!
Big combo right there, but you see how it's 2 distinct tricks. I was covering freestyle skiing, and those guys do so many flips and twists in a row, it's hard to really distinguish one from the other. So much like this sport, you have to break it down, let the judges know, hey, look at me, 2, 3, 4 tricks in one, and he's doing it right.
Drake is putting a stamp on this final run.
One-handed heart attack, but look, did you see his arm?
Where was he going with that?
I mean, he has some tremendous form, and speaking of form, look at that cliffhanger. His body and his front forks were in perfect harmony right there. I mean, they were straight in line.
Perfect alignment. He's on top of the bike, just showing how difficult this is. The judges got to be loving what they're seeing. Well, I don't know about Nate Adams. He's got to be getting a little scared. Look at these tricks right now. Huge body extension over the front of the motorcycle.
Comes back, swinging around, knack, letting go with the one hand. And that's going to be it. It looks like a little train with his buddies out there on the course, but a great finish. Looked like the old Mac-Nac for McElroy.
Going for the Cleveland sweep.
Yes, he was, Debo. He had a good run. Look at this extension, boy, stretching it out all the way. Man, that was a good run, and that's how it went down, and down to Lurch.
Drake, #1 qualifier. You put a great run in there. Everything's so smooth. Cliffhanger straight up in the air. You got to be so happy right now.
Yeah, I'm pumped on that run. I mean, tonight's been a blast. I'd like to thank the track crew. They did a great job all weekend. Best course we've had. Like to get up, or Olsen and Nate, they rode sick, keeping the competition tight, and all you guys for cheering.
Well, I got to tell you, the score to beat from Nate Adams, a 93.0. Drake McElroy, a 93.3. Drake McElroy, come on up, grab your trophy.
I'm king of the world. Drake McElroy takes the sweep. And we come back. Oh, it's the Trick Gallery, brought to you by XM Satellite Radio. And Julia Dussault has an entry. It's all about having good tricks that go bad. When we come back here on the MX Hour. Well, that's it for the best of IFMA Freestyle Motocross, and we're glad you could join us throughout the year, but I'm sure they got to see a lot of good stuff, including old veterans like Kenny Bartram, but some new talent like Adam Jones.
Changing of the guard happening in freestyle motocross, I believe. Adam Jones, you mentioned, the other Jones, Andy Jones, and then Jesse Olsen, Miles Richmond, and you can never forget Darren Connage.
Yeah, that boy has some good crashes out there. Well, the National Arena Cross Series Best of show starts next week, and in case you missed any IFMA Freestyle Motocross shows, we'll be back in a few weeks. So thanks for joining us on the MX Hour. For Denny Stevenson and Lurch, I'm Robbie Floyd. We'll see you next time.